So we've gone and defined our food class, but what if we want to make an object that's more specific than just food? For example, what if we want to section it off into fruits and vegetables? And so here is where inheritance will come into play. And what this basically does is says, a fruit and a vegetable are both types of food. So instead of copying and pasting all of this code, all we need to do is use the extends keyword, and that will basically let us inherit the data fields and methods of the superclass. In this case, it would be food. So as you can see in this class diagram, since food is at the top of the hierarchy, food is the superclass of these two subclasses, fruit and vegetable. So we're going to use the extends keyword in both of these classes. So fruit extends food, and vegetable also extends food. So now that we know that subclasses inherit their data fields and methods of their superclasses, we also should know that the one thing that they don't inherit are the constructors. So you do need to define your own constructors for these classes, but this can be done very easily by using the super method. And so let me just go ahead and make these constructors. So when we call the super method, then we're saying that we should call the constructor of the superclass. And so calling the super method in fruit, we'll call this constructor right here, public food, and it's going to set the healthy and price variables of fruit to be true and 0.0. But let's say for a vegetable, we want to add a new type of data field. So it's going to inherit the healthy and price variables, but we can also allow it to have another variable called color. So we can define a color for a vegetable. And so when we set up the constructor, public vegetable, we can call the super constructor, and we should also set the variable color to be something by default. So we can just set that to an empty string, or we can set that to white because that's a pretty plain color. You can also have multiple constructors for subclasses, just as you can for any other class. So for this constructor, let's make a parameter list of the Boolean healthy, the double price, and the string color. And now we can call super using healthy and price. So what this will do is call the constructor from food that actually accepts a list of parameters, healthy and price. But since only the vegetable class has the color instance variable, we need to set the color manually. And so that's basically what you need to know about inheritance for the AP Computer Science A exam. Just remember that constructors are not inherited, and you need to go and actually put all of these in by yourself.